Wake up, get ready, time to shine, it's your day.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Like Dan said, I work with companies on telling recruiting stories. I am a recovering recruiter, and I'm the founder and creative director of Perceptible Studios. And what we do is we help companies use video to attract, engage, and retain qualified talent. But enough about me. Video is the easiest way to get a stranger to know, like, and trust you. And you've probably heard that before, right? It's one of those cliche phrases that the influencers love to say. And I know you guys don't know me, or most people here don't know me well, but if you knew me, you would know that I am 100% against cliche phrases. So if I'm going to start my talk with a phrase that the influencers say, I better have a good story to back it up. The thing is, I really believed it because I've lived this. So I moved to the US from Panama about 15 years ago. I left behind a great career in software. I was a regional operations manager leading teams across multiple countries in Latin America. And when I landed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I thought, I'll take a few months to settle into life as a new wife in a new country, and then I'll get back into work, right? I was confident, qualified, I was ready. I had never had issues getting a job. But I did. No one was calling me back for years, like literal years, not even an interview. I began telling myself a story. Maybe they don't think I'm experienced enough. Maybe I don't have the right background. Maybe I don't belong. But you know what? They were telling themselves the stories too. All they had was my resume, a name, a location, a list of companies that they didn't recognize. So they filled in the blanks and they moved on. So one day, out of frustration, I decided if people aren't going to invite me to an interview, I'm going to invite myself. And no, I'm an introvert. I did not go barging into an office demanding an interview. What I did was create a 90-second video where I shared about me and my background. I uploaded it to YouTube, and in the cover letter section of every job application, I added this. Please watch this short video to learn more about me and my background. Same resume, same job titles. And I applied to some of the same jobs who had previously never heard back from. And I kid you not, I started getting interviews because now they could see me, they could hear me, they could start to trust me. That was back in 2013. And ever since then, anytime I've needed to get someone's attention, candidates, clients, hiring managers, video has been at the center of the strategy. Because once people can actually hear your voice, see your expression, feel your energy, they stop filling in the blanks. They stop assuming, and that's what video does. It humanizes you. It gives people a reason to believe you. So, fast forward a few years, I was working at a company as director of TA, and I was helping a hiring manager fill a role that looked simple on paper, right? E-commerce manager. But the problem was that that job title means hundreds of different things depending on the company. And I'm sure we've all run into this. We wrote a great job ad. It was clear, it's specific. It didn't matter. We were getting tons, like tons of unqualified applicants. And you could tell that they hadn't read past the job title. So we tried something different. The hiring manager recorded a short video. It's the video that you're seeing here on screen. I gave her a simple prompt. Explain the backstory of this role and what success looks like. No script, no teleprompter, just her talking to her phone. And I told her to keep it under 90 seconds. She talked about why the role was open, what someone would be walking into, the kind of person that thrives on her team, and the kind that probably wouldn't. She was honest, real, and she sounded like someone you'd want to work for. We posted this video in the job ad, like along with the job ad, and also we did a lot of social recruiting, so we posted it on our social channels. The result was we got more qualified applicants than we had got with the first 3 iterations of that job ad. And we fill the role faster than we had in the past because people truly understood what the job was before they even applied. Um, but why did that video work, right? Because it gave context, it gave a story, it showed personality, and it answered the biggest question candidates are always asking: can I see myself there? And here's the truth: the best recruiting stories, they're not in your brand guidelines, they're not this super polished thing that you do. They're happening around you all the time. That moment when your team hits a big milestone, that Slack thread where someone cracks a joke after a long day, that messy whiteboard after a big brainstorm, that new hire sharing what surprised them the most in week one. That's the stuff people want to see. You don't have to make content, you just have to notice it. But let's talk about that because noticing sounds simple until you try to do it. I know. So I tell my clients and I tell people all the time, how do you spot those everyday stories? Just ask yourself, what made someone laugh or really lean in to work today? Did someone ask a great question on a Zoom call? Did a teammate go above and beyond and no one filmed it, but they should have? Did a new hire say, I didn't expect that, in a good way, of course? Most big story moments look boring in real time because they don't feel like content, they just feel like life. But when you pair them with context, that's when they stick. A clip of someone decorating a desk might seem like random until you say, this is how we welcome new hires on day one. You see, now it's not cute. Now it's not just this influencer type video. It's culture. It's like showing the true culture of your company. And if you really, really want to start with low hanging fruit, this is what I call like table stakes for recruiting content, and it's FAQs from candidates. I know every recruiter gets the same question over and over and over again. I know, like, no, you've done recruiting 2 days, you've got the same question at least once, right? So, what's the culture really like? What's the team structure? What does growth look like here? How flexible is flexible? That's not just information, that's content. And if you get the question more than twice a month, make a video. That's always been the rule that I've given to any recruiters that I've managed, any recruiting team. If you get this question more than twice a month, make a video about it. Have the hiring manager answer it or answer it yourself, selfie style. If someone's asking you in your inbox, others are wondering too. And like the best part about these videos is that they serve everyone. The candidate feels seen, the recruiters save time, hiring managers show up as leaders, and you know they love that. And they give your employer brand a human voice. And that's what we're all striving for, or should be. Um, so you've got the moment. Now what? Once you've noted something, once you've noticed, sorry, words are not with me today, but once you've noticed something that's worth sharing, that question, that team moment, that insight, you still have to shape it so that it actually lands. And that's where this framework that I created, it's called GSD, and it has a backstory. That's for another day. But that's where I use this framework so that videos are more than just vibes. And GSD stands for grab, serve, direct. So whether it's a talking head or a 10-second clip or something spontaneous you're captioning, GSD helps it work. So let's walk through it, right? G stands for grab. You've probably heard it called the hook. That's where you stop the scroll, right? That's how you earn the audience's attention. In a face to camera video, it might be something like, here's what most people get wrong about this job. In a culture type video, the grab might be those visual hooks that you hear a lot of people talking about online these days. That moment when your team like starts laughing, or a behind the scenes shot of a chaotic product launch, or like a new hire unboxing their company swag. Just ask yourself, would someone stop and watch this? You get to prove that to them in the first 2 to 3 seconds. If the answer is yes, someone would stop and watch this, grab it. The next part of GSD is serve. So we've got their attention, right? Now the question is, what is this moment actually showing? Serving is about turning a clip into meaning. Even a 6-second video can serve a message. A clip of someone restocking shelves. This is how we prep for a new product drop, right? A team whiteboarding an idea. We let everyone contribute to strategy, even the interns. You're not explaining the whole company. And I think this is where people really like miss the mark with videos. They're trying to cram so much in. You're just giving one truth that people can connect to. And if you're filming someone asking, then the serve again, one thing, try to focus on. What's one thing people get wrong about this job, right? What surprised you when you joined? When do you feel the most energized at work? So that's the serve. We've grabbed their attention, we've given them some value, and now the most important part, and frankly, one of the most overlooked, is direct, also called a CTA or a call to action. This is where so many companies miss. You post the perfect moment, you get the attention, and then nothing. Even if your call to action is simple, you have to include it. You have to let people know what to do next. So tag someone who should see this. We're hiring. Come do this with us. DM us if you want to know more about working here. Follow for more behind the scenes. The moment draws them in. The direction turns it into action. And I say this every time I speak about this. You'd be surprised how many great videos get posted online with no direction. And a video without a CTA is just content. In our context, a video with a CTA becomes a tool. Um, so if you're wondering, how do I start? Because all this sounds really good, right? Here's your cheat sheet. Here are 3 recruiting videos you can make this week. Just simple. Ask a teammate what surprised you most when you join. Record a team win and caption it with like what it says about your culture. Have a hiring manager answer, what kind of person thrives here? These don't need a camera crew. And by the way, I've been very intentional. So my company, we make very beautiful videos, and yeah, we make them in a way that they don't look overproduced, but I believe my videos are beautiful. The videos that I have included in this presentation are all videos filmed by previous team members that I've worked with, hiring managers. This is from a new hire. These are all videos that have worked and have gotten us. I know exactly who was hired off of each of these videos. So they don't need a camera crew. What you need is just like curiosity and confidence in your culture and what you're putting out there. So here's what I'll leave you with. Video builds trust fast. Candidates connect with moments, not just job posts. Your best stories are already happening. You just have to notice them. And GSD helps turn those moments into meaning. Once you start using GSD, you'll see video differently. You'll realize that you're surrounded by stories, not because you're manufacturing the moments, but because you're finally framing them. And that's what really separates employer brands that just talk from ones that actually attract and get stuff done. So I always like to challenge every audience that I speak with. Before you get back to your day, just think about what's one story you could capture this week. Not something perfect, just something real. and then share it on social media and tag me. I'd love to see the stories that you tell. And here's a thing. The best story, but you have to tag me for me to see. The best video, the best story, you'll win a 1 hour free recording session with me, and my team and I will edit 2 to 3 videos for you that you can share on social media. But you have to take the first step and make that first video. Um, Thank you, everyone. You can connect with me. I'm on LinkedIn, Rhona Barnett Pierce, and I am Rhona B. Pierce at Rhona B. Pierce everywhere else.